All right, fam, happy new year. The first show, and we do have some greenness in the market. Bitcoin is ripping up 93,000, liquidating 75 million worth of shorts in just 60 minutes. But this is no surprise. If you have been following the content, you know this. I told you on December 22nd, I said that I'm long and I said that this is a different opportunity. This is the buying opportunity on the channel, on these daily updates. I've been telling you for the past 2 weeks, Bitcoin bottom is in. You will miss this Bitcoin rally. If you've been following through, you have participated in this, which congratulations, I'm super happy about. The question really is, what is going to happen? And as you know, I have closed my positions with that we have taken from 22nd of December. I openly went long and I said that the bottom, the local bottom is in. I have closed those positions. I updated you in the community as well. There was a link in the description. I shared all the trades here on the 22nd of December, all the longs and short, stop losses and whatnot. And I closed them. And the reason why I did, one, of course, because of Venezuela, I'm going to talk about that in a second, but rather because every single pump in the next 30 to 90 days is there to liquidate you. You are the exit liquidity. I made this post in October 21st, and I do believe that we are coming to another massive sell-off and rejection. There are a bunch of stuff today, this week that we have to talk about, and we got to run through, and I'm also going to look at the chart. If you don't know who I am, my name is 𝗧𝗲. I do these daily updates, been here since 2016. I concise, short 10-minute videos every single day on the channel that helps you navigate the market and make decent gains. I mean, if you like these kind of gains, I think it's worth subscribing to the channel and come back every day. Okay, let's talk about this. One, and very important before I even deep dive. Maduro has been captured by the US. You probably have heard a lot of things about it, but there's one major thing that everybody's missing regarding oil, and that is what I'm going to talk about in another show today. So I'm going to upload another very short video on how this whole thing reshapes the entire world as we know it today. You will be shocked. So again, turn the bell notifications on, join the Telegram, and I'm going to post when it comes out this day later today. Separate show on that. So I just wanted to say this is why I'm not mentioning or talking about it now. I'm going to have a full video dropping about it. Okay, let's go. Number one, super important. From the very beginning, literally from December, mid-December, I've been saying that we need to have a retrace to the daily order block. The daily equilibrium solid. Equilibrium basically means that this is the daily, let me just adjust this here. This is the daily high that was, come on here. There was a daily, this is the daily high up here. And that means that 3.22 trillion is the level that the market needs to retrace. Why? Markets always retrace 50%. Always. You can look at here. This is a lag, bam, 50%. Then this is a lag, bam, 50%. You can see the market always retracing 50% every single time. This is a push, 50%. Like it's always retracing 50%. And so this 50% retrace is what should happen on the daily chart here. This is what I've been expecting for quite some time. And once I've seen the 4-hour market structure shift right here and the retrace and another market structure shift on a lower time frame, I've taken the long positions that I have been talking about and I showed you in the Telegram. So what am I expecting? What I'm expecting is the following. I want to see, I close my positions. I'll be honest with you. I told you here on the channel, I always will be transparent with you. I've been a little bit jumping the gun there because some of the positions, I mean, look at this. Like some of the positions that we see here, some of the positions were up 600%, 270%, 78%. I made like, enough money that I am very happy to close these positions that I've been riding through the past 2 weeks. And so did I jump the gun too early on Venezuela thing? Yeah, I didn't know that capturing another country's president is not a crime and it's not going to be punishable or whatever. So that in that sense, yeah, maybe we jumped the gun too early, but I mean 700% and 600% and 300% and all these trades, I'm very happy. But now the worst thing you can do, and this is what a lot of people would do, oh my God, okay, nothing happened, I'm just gonna jump back in. No, because you're top blasting and you're very close to the daily equilibrium, which is another 2.5%, 3% push from here, maybe 4% push from here. So here's my plan. I do believe my target didn't change. I've been saying this on every single update that the market has to come back up to the 3.22 trillion mark. When that happens, I am going to look for a 1-hour rejection. When that happens, I'm going to take a massive short position all the way down here. I do think that is going to happen, okay? So whether it's happening from 3.22 trillion or all the way up here to the daily order block, there are so many rejection areas here. I don't know. So here's the plan. If we start pushing here, which is going to happen, we're probably going to have a pullback or whatever. This is worth getting in. 3 main scenarios. Let me just boil it down for you. 3 main scenarios. 1, we're going to start having a pullback here. Why? Because we're coming back to, you know, a supply zone. People think this is a major supply zone, and low time frame it is, but ultimately it's not really an important level. So I can imagine us having a little bit of a screw here, whatever, and then a pullback. This pullback is worth longing if we get a confirmation, because we still have to touch the 3.22 trillion. Okay, so if the market dumps in this week without touching into the 3.22, I think it's worth longing. Second scenario is that the market keeps pushing, which can happen, and I think this is the more likely scenario. The market keeps pushing on the Venezuela news. Markets open Monday today, so there can be a lot of catalysts that could push the market. But that is very concerning to me, because scenario 2 is the market just keeps pushing, and then at some point somewhere up here there is going to be a major 1 hour rejection. I actually have a full video on AMD, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. You want to check this out. But that could play out on the hourly chart somewhere in this region, and once that happens, that is the place I'm going to take a long short position, and I'm going to ride it all the way down. Scenario 3 is that the market keeps pushing and doesn't give us a market structure shift. And that is absolutely fine. I am going to long. This is why it's cool if you come back every day. I am going to take long positions if the market keeps giving us these opportunities. So for example, if there is no market structure shift here, but the market just keep climbing up, I'm just going to play the order blocks, and we're just going to play the short-term trades with this high stop loss. It's very, very simple. So the worst thing you can do is just start deploying now and thinking that it's going to be awesome and amazing and whatnot. There's no 3 consecutive candles. The next low is down here, meaning if the market wants to retrace on the hourly chart, you can still see a retrace to the 3.07 trillion mark, about 90,000 on Bitcoin. And once that happens, that is the level where I really want to take a long position if the market doesn't retrace, unless we touch into the 3.22. TLDR, I do think that on the daily chart, we have to touch onto the 3.22. I did not change my thesis. You can look back on any of these videos. This is what I've been saying from down here. I have closed my long positions. I'm not going to jump back in, even though there is another 4 or 5% move here, potentially even higher, potentially even a 10% move, but it doesn't make any sense risk reward wise, because I do believe this is not the bottom. I do believe that we'll have to come up here. Local bottom was in, but will most likely get violated. I do believe that the stock market has to correct. I'm going to drop a whole 2026 thesis video, which you will be able to see. So ultimately, if the market will go up to the 3.22 trillion and not give us a market structure shift, I'm going to just keep longing and keeping a stop loss tight and trailing. If the market gives in after coming up to the 3.22, I'm going to take a short position. And if the market does not go up to the 3.22 but starts dropping today, I am going to look for, or before starts dropping before touching onto the 3.22 trillion, I'm going to look for a long position and ride this little leg there. I'm going to update you all about it on the Telegram. We have big news as well. The paid community and the course is happening very, very soon. We are working on it, so I want to bang this out January, February. It's going to be exciting. So if you know all this seems foreign to you, you will be able to get it. Guys, make sure that you check out this video. It's going to be the EMD that I talked about, and make sure to turn the bell notifications on. Join in the community. First link in the description, because it is going to be an absolutely killer video that I'm dropping today about Venezuela and the oil and why it reshapes the future. It's going to be 5 minutes, but it's going to be absolutely banger. Thanks for watching. Take care. Happy to be back. Happy to kick 2026 off. Let's get going. Take care, guys.